Today, we're going to talk about being too nice. I have struggled with this, and I know many, many other women struggle with this too, because we are trained from the cradle to be overly nice and overly accommodating. And it's like it just becomes who we are. If you do it long enough, 24/7, all day, every day, there's going to be huge negative consequences in your life, and the payoff isn't worth it. It's just a strategy to keep ourselves safe. And it has so many negative consequences. So, always showing up as nice and being overly agreeable is going to make it hard to set boundaries and speak up and say no. And also, you're going to have a lot of inauthentic relationships because you're not saying your true thoughts and your true feelings. You're eventually going to feel burnt out and exhausted because you're on all the time, and you're also suppressing your needs because you're prioritizing other people, because typically with being nice comes with giving too and putting other people first, right? Eventually you're going to feel used and get exploited. And others may not respect you because they see your niceness as weakness. So as you can see, living this way is going to greatly hurt you. And these are the things that I would tell my younger self if I could go back in time to stop being so nice. And then when we can start to realize our own value, we can stop showing up all day, every day, 24/7, being so nice and so sweet. And we can start valuing ourselves, get our self respect back, create authentic relationships, speak up, say no, and be awesome. Just be your awesome self. Because by being nice 24/7, all the time, is going to create a very unfulfilling, unsatisfying, unhappy, depressed, anxious life. Like a very unhappy life. But we can change that. So, one of the biggest problems is not being able to set a boundary and speak up and say no, because you have to be nice, right? You want other people to think you're a nice person, you're a good person, you're worthwhile. You have nothing to prove to anyone, ever. You were born worthwhile, you were born good. So, if you need permission from someone, there's your permission. You were born with that already. It's innate, it's inside of you. So, you don't need to show up being super nice and super sweet as a way to be a good person. Okay. Eventually, after we do this long enough, you will have no idea who the hell you are. Okay. And you won't be able to get what you want because your priority is going to be making other people comfortable and happy and giving them what they want. So there's no time for you in any of that. And you may think, okay, well, if I'm giving, I'm there for people, that they're going to be there for me, right? It doesn't work that way. Because when you're super accommodating and pleasing to others, you're going to attract takers and users. So hit thumbs up if you agree with that, because that has definitely been my experience. So you're not going to get what you want while you're prioritizing and you're busy helping others get what they want. And your identity becomes, I'm just nice. I'm such a nice person. Okay, that's not an identity. That's a behavior, right? When did it stop being a choice? When did it become a compulsion? When did you feel compelled to be nice? That's the problem. There's nothing wrong with being nice. So don't be like, oh, she's saying you can't be nice. I'm not saying that. When it's an intentional choice, when you're intentionally being nice, cool, fine, right? We don't need another a-hole in the world, right? There's enough a-holes in the world. When you're showing up purposely as being nice and kind, that's different, okay? I'm talking about when you feel compelled to show up a certain way because that's just your way on how you're showing up in the world to stay safe and just survive. But if you don't want to just survive, then we have to learn a new way, don't we? So let's ask ourselves, is our niceness just a mask we wear to be seen good and worthwhile? Why are we having to be so nice? You can't be nice all day, every day, 24/7 and expect to not feel empty, unhappy, unsatisfied, resentful, and just pissed off because you're not getting all the things that you're giving to the world. You're not getting it back. It's because you're not requiring other people to give back to you. Okay? That's called reciprocity. If you're anything like me, you may also be giving on autopilot. It was like a button was pushed on when I was a kid, and I didn't know how to turn it off. I didn't know how to stop being so nice. It's like we're trying to prove to people. Think about, why are you being nice all the time? Is it because you want people to think that you're good and you're a worthwhile person? Think about that. You have nothing to prove to anyone, right? It starts with truly just valuing yourself and starting to respect yourself enough to speak up and stop worrying what people are thinking about you. If they're thinking you're a good person, worthwhile person, you matter, you get approval, whatever. And that's when you really start giving it to yourself. When you can get to that place where you just love yourself so much and you value yourself so much, you're going to see that the payoff isn't worth it. Think about it internally like a light switch. You have to turn off the light switch inside that says you have to be on all the time, giving and nice and sweet and accommodating and agreeable 24/7. And let's think about how other people are going to treat you because you're being super nice and super accommodating. You know, when they say nice people finish last, it's true. Or even better, they don't finish at all. Because one problem with being nice is that you're overly focused on other people and you're neglecting yourself because you're prioritizing other people. We need to stop being so damn nice. Is this making sense, guys? Nice people finish last. And if you want to get what you want and have a good, happy, fulfilling life, it means that you're going to have to start learning to focus on yourself and prioritize yourself and stop worrying about what other people think and stop trying to be so damn nice all the time. Think about it. Do you respect someone who talks to you, right? Like they have no mind of their own, that they can't think, they don't know what they want, they can never speak up, they don't know what they need, and they have no confidence, and they're just trying to be everything to you all the time. No, you wouldn't respect that person. So think about it from how you're showing up. Do you want other people to respect you and value you and to be grateful for you? Okay, then you have to show up that way. You have to show up saying, okay, I'm respecting myself now. I'm valuing myself just as much as other people. And I have nothing to prove. I don't have to be nice all the time, 24/7. And all it's doing is getting me treated the opposite of the way I want. I'm being taken for granted, walked over, and treated like I don't matter and I'm not important. It's because when you have to value you first, and then other people will. And guess what? The people who are losers, who are crap, who are takers and exploiters, right? When you start showing up for yourself, guess what? They're out the door. And that's good. You don't need them around. Why would you want them around? That's your sign, right? Rejection is God's protection. Okay. So, what I would tell my younger self is stop being so nice. Just be neutral. It's okay to be neutral. Like the next time you're walking down the street and you feel compelled to smile, just make your face neutral. There's nothing bad or wrong about that. It's just neutral. Doesn't mean you're being an a-hole, right? Choose to be kind instead. Choose on purpose. Making a conscious choice of who to be kind to. Does this person deserve it? Are they there for you? Or is it just a random act of kindness? Either way, you're choosing it on purpose instead of acting from this compelling compulsion to be nice and prioritize other people. So we would consciously choose when and who to be kind to. It's like showing up and being real. And that doesn't mean always saying everything you think and you feel. You have confidence enough to feel comfortable in your own skin and show up as who you are. Let's think of like the energy of who you are, right? You're secure in yourself, you love yourself, and that radiates outside of you. You don't have to say anything. You're bringing out that security and that confidence with you, okay? And at the times that you need to speak up, you say, okay, I'm doing this. And whatever happens, happens because I got me. I love myself and I value myself and I'm going to speak up. Is that making sense? All the times you feel compelled to be super nice. Like the next time you walk into a furniture store, a grocery store, Walmart, whatever, and they're like, hi, how you doing? Just, hi, how's it going? See, you don't have to be overly nice or overly sweet anymore. You don't have to be. And choose to be kind instead of nice. Just that word now, after doing so much work on myself and growing, and it's just so cringy. Nice. Ugh. Like I want you to think of being nice as kind of icky and gross. And you can't be nice all day, every day. It's how you show up 24/7 and not be exhausted, burnt out, and empty. Is this making any sense? And remember, being nice is a behavior, not an identity. And not only that, people will walk all over you. You won't be respected and you will lose who you are. And are these people worth it? They are not. No one is worth losing yourself. Ever, ever, ever. Don't we all want to be loved and respected for who we are, not for what we're giving? But if we don't start prioritizing and valuing ourselves, that will never happen, sadly. And when you're being so nice 24/7 all day, every day, then others are coming first, okay? And you're going to be neglecting yourself, and they won't necessarily be giving you back the same. You're just going to be getting crumbs. And think about that. Let's ask ourselves, why are we showing up as so nice? What are we getting out of it? Because every time we're doing things that aren't in our benefit, there is a payoff there. I know personally for me, I was just conditioned to be super nice all the time, 24/7. I didn't know how to stop being so nice. Eventually, you'll lose who you are. You won't know who you are because this is a strategy. Being nice, being sweet, being accommodating, being agreeable is a strategy to stay safe. And it keeps you small and it keeps you hidden. And there's so many negative consequences that it's only going to hurt you in the end. This is greatly shrinking ourselves down. I used to feel just paralyzed on how can I speak up and say my real thoughts and feelings to other people because my primary mode of operating was to be nice because I had done it for so long and I just didn't know how to start valuing and prioritizing what I'm thinking, feeling, wanting, and needing at least equal to others and occasionally above others, right? I didn't know how to do that. We have to be willing to start getting honest and real with others. And there's an amazing perception shift that I'm going to help you learn to understand. When you stop being nice 24/7 all day, it's going to feel scary at first. It most definitely is going to. But we have to realize when we've been living our lives prioritizing other people, it's going to take time to start prioritizing ourselves and valuing ourselves because it's not an overnight thing. I mean, true change takes time and consistent practice. So I used to just feel compelled to be nice all the time, every day. I would just feel just empty and blah and unhappy and inside. And here I am smiling and saying hi to everyone and putting their needs first because it was how I learned to stay safe by taking care of others and putting other people first when I wasn't valuing myself and taking care of me. So it definitely created a situation of overgiving, over accommodating, over everything, basically. I'm not afraid to be mean. I don't care because I no longer care what people think. I'm no longer trying to get people's approval, love, acceptance, validation, because I don't give a flippin' flat. You get my drift. I learned a long time ago that any shoulds, have tos, musts, it needs to be this way, it's supposed to be this way is all bullshit. Okay? It's all programming and we need to challenge it and we need to question everything. Question everything. Question why you do what you do, how you do it, when you do it, everything. And start looking inside, becoming more self aware. Do the introspection to know more about yourself so that you can make conscious choices. Right? Okay? I was such a people pleaser, so nice, so giving, overly kind, was just taken advantage of and walked on until I said enough is enough. Don't feel bad. You most likely have been conditioned and programmed to be like this, especially women. We are taught from the cradle to be overly accommodating and pleasing all the time, 24/7, every day, all day. This programming runs really deep, guys. I know. It only took me 20 years to figure out. Don't speak up. Don't say no. Sit down. Look pretty. And it's just the way it is until you challenge it. You have to challenge it and say, this may be keeping me safe, but it's actually hurting me. And it's not worth it anymore. It's kept you safe till now, but you have to decide, do I want to feel safe or do I want to fly, be free, thrive? Because you guys are amazing, right? You're going to have yourself for a life. Do you know that you're the most important person in your life? You are, even if you don't feel like it. And stop feeling bad and beating ourselves up for where we are, because wherever you are is the perfect place to be.